Wow, this makes me look like shit. Hi, my name is Josephine, and I have decided to start this podcast. Um, I don't even know if I'm doing this right. The video looks horrible. The lighting is terrible. My goodness. Alexa, turn off the kitchen light. Let's see if that helps. Alexa, turn off the kitchen light.
Okay.
Oh, that's a little better. Hi, everyone. So my name is Josephine. I am a 40 something year old single mother, three children. Um, and I wanted to start this podcast because it was either this or write a book. And I got to be honest, I'm not really good with my words. I curse a lot. I don't know how to put two words together to sound professional, but yet here I am. Um, I guess I have to look at the camera up there and not at myself because I don't know where I should be looking. Um, and if anybody does see this and has any recommendations on what I could do or should do, please fill me in. But otherwise, I wanted to start this podcast, The Shit They Don't Tell You. The shit they don't fucking tell you. You know, it's amazing how you get through life and there's no book to learn how to meet people and make friends. And, you know, sometimes it comes naturally and sometimes it doesn't. I have had a lot of friends in life, but I have a few that are close to my heart, three in particular. Um, Friends who have become acquaintances like we all do, and acquaintances who have become friends, people who have become lovers, and lovers who become strangers. Um, but nonetheless, you keep fighting, you still standing. Look, if I sat up straight, I look like a normal person. This is my posture. I got a lot of stuff on my shoulders now though, but I'll get past it. So I wanted to say they don't tell you shit. Nobody tells you anything. Nobody tells you. Everybody's, oh, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? Everybody's so fucking curious about when you're going to do something. And, you know, it's, yeah, misery loves company. And I don't know. It Sometimes life sucks, but you know what? You wake up every morning and God makes your feet hit this green earth and you get to smell the air again and feel the breeze. And, you know, it's hard. So I tell you a little bit about me. I am 46. I will be 47 this July coming. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. I had a great childhood because I didn't know anything different. I grew up in a apartment, four apartment buildings, one apartment building with four apartments. My whole family lived there. You went up the stairs in the front. You walk in, you walk down a hall, you could go upstairs, or you could continue to walking, and there's two apartments, and then there was two apartments upstairs, and they were railroad apartments, and there was no privacy. There was one bathroom, and the bathroom is, if you're sitting on the toilet and kept the door open, you could talk to somebody, whoever was washing the dishes. Um, but I got to be honest, I wouldn't give up my childhood for a damn thing. My mother was a single mother, and I lived in the apartment with my mother, my grandparents, and my mother's younger sister, my Aunt Kim. My mother's older sister, my Aunt Lou, lived in the apartment right next door to us. She lived there with me growing up with her husband, my Uncle Tom, and my 3 cousins, 2 older, 1 younger, Tommy, Jojo, and Vinny. And it was rough being the only girl. I was a very sensitive little girl. I took everything to heart. I know people like to say that that's, a zodiac sign thing, and it might as well be, but I'm trying very hard to remove that negativity from my life. I don't want to live by a zodiac. I'm trying to remove a lot of stuff. I'm going to take a bite of my food too. But at the end of the day, I still grew up coming home by either the street lights or somebody's whistle. I can't do it. Whether it be my mother's or my aunt's. So and upstairs in the 2 other apartments was my grandmother's brother and my grandmother's sister and her husband. And that's how I grew up. I did not have a sibling until I was 9.5. My mother had my sister. Everything was great. We moved a couple of times. My mother and my stepfather got married when I was 7. That relationship only lasted 7 years. Not even 14, sorry. It lasted 7 years. He got the 7-year itch and he left. And that was a horrible divorce. Oh my goodness, a horrible divorce. And after that, my mother continued to date people who she should not have been dating, married men from other countries. It's just what happened. And I was always wrong for trying to protect my mother. And she always blamed me for every relationship that failed, even though it wasn't me. My grandmother died this year, coming June of this year will be 14 years. No, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not going to cry during this. I will. For multiple reasons. And shit they don't tell you is that when you lose your grandmother, the woman who raised you as her own child, as the 4th daughter that she never had, it's going to take a toll on you. And it's hurtful. And grief still comes in waves, even almost 14 years later. But lo and behold, I'm still here, raising my children. Plenty of times I wanted to give up, but I can't let them down because I would never want them to ever feel or think that I'd never wanted to be around them or love them or anything. That's not me. I want them to know that they're always loved. I was in a very bad relationship for 10 years. And then I met someone. And I met this person who just completely changed everything about my life. And now we're in the process of getting a divorce. March would have been 8 years that we are together. And she asked me for a divorce last week, which when I tell you the love that we had for each other at one time was unbeatable. It was completely unbeatable. But nevertheless, she's asking me for a divorce. She's not in love with me anymore. And that's okay. Today, I've realized that it's okay. It sucks. But you know what? Relationships come and go, and there's always one person who's in the know and one who's in the dark. And I guess I was in the dark this time for a while. I'm not saying our marriage was perfect. I'm not saying the 8 years that we spent together wasn't perfect or was perfect. But it was perfect for me. And I'm still wearing my ring. She is not. At the end of the day, the shit they don't tell you is life sucks. But sometimes you have to keep going. God doesn't close doors for reasons, for no reason. He closes them for reasons and he opens other ones. And I'm going to start my process of following Jesus the way I should have been all these years. I don't need to hear people saying anything about my relationship with my wife because I don't need to hear it. I loved her with all of my soul. But sometimes even the best love stories come to an end. But I'll always have love for her. So I want to start this series by saying, yeah, the shit they don't tell you sucks. And hopefully I'm able to tell you the shit that I've been through. This way, maybe you'll have a little bit of an understanding that you're not alone. It's been a very, very rough week, rough couple of months, and especially this week. The shit they don't tell you when you make friends with a neighbor in a new community and have laughs and good nights. That one day, the veteran that you made a friend with and his wife, who was just a sweetheart. One day, he's going to end his life. And it's not going to be nice. It's going to affect a lot of people. I feel more bad for her and her children because of the circumstances, because of how it happened. And we were together the day before he did this. And I don't even look to usually do fundraisers and stuff. I used to when I was younger, but I might even look into doing something for the 22 veterans a day? 22 veterans a day take their life. And he was one of them. So the shit they don't fucking tell you is how to fucking learn how to cope with the shit. I don't know how to cope. I'm just fucking doing it. Oh God. I don't know how long this video is supposed to be, but I definitely want to start doing them more often. And I don't know. But we need to have a community of just people who need to learn shit. We need to have a stronger community of people who need to know that they're not alone. Like I said, I was in a very bad relationship. My relationship was a very narcissistic relationship, and it was very heartbreaking for me to go through, especially when my children witnessed it. 2 of my 3 children witnessed it. And that's another episode of what happened there. Um, and then to fall in love with somebody the moment you look at them, which was my wife. The moment I saw her, I literally walked away from her after talking to her for 20 fucking minutes. And I walked away, and I was working with a PA and a doctor at the time, and the PA had turned around and said, I told the two of them, I said, if I was ever gay, she'd be the gay that I would be with. God, everything about her, I don't even have to close my eyes to imagine the smile that she gave me when she looked at me walking towards me. I just felt this. It took my breath away. And I gave her 2 Band-Aids that day when we spoke because her finger was bleeding. And we used to joke. And we used to joke around. Not really joke, but it was just such a coincidence that we were both hurting at that point in our lives. Me being in a horrible relationship, and her, she was married and her wife died 10 months earlier. And and we found solace in each other. I don't even know if that's the right way to describe it, but we did. We found calm, and we found this amazing love, and immediately. And that was a very rough beginning to a relationship. But getting back to the Band-Aids, I'm sorry I do this a lot, but getting back to the Band-Aids. I gave her 1 Band-Aid because her finger was bleeding. She's an EMT, and I was working in the ER at the time doing nothing important. Is exactly what I told her when she asked me. She said, what do you do? And I said, nothing important. The best thing about working that job was the fact that I had met her. So we always joked it all started with a Band-Aid. And we had the best love story. I love our love story. It was amazing. And unfortunately, it's coming to an end, which tears me apart. It took me a long time to understand what the hell was going on, and I definitely feel as if I woke up in an alternate universe. But I don't want to keep someone from being happy, even if it causes my own unhappiness. I can't do that. I wouldn't want someone to do that to me. But we had some amazing fucking times. Amazing fucking times. Laughing, smiling in pictures, and getting engaged twice, and canceling the wedding twice. And then finally getting married and getting a divorce only after 1.5 years. Oh, which tears me apart. But this is the shit they don't tell you. The shit you don't see on Facebook. The shit you don't see on Instagram or TikTok. This is the real life shit. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? And you have to be grateful for the fact that God woke you up today and you were able to breathe the fresh air and see the blue skies and feel the rain. But this is the shit they don't tell you. So I do want to start a series of things that we all should know. So this is about me being 46 and having to open up and start a new chapter in life. And it's not easy. But you have to. Everybody has a loss one way or another. But sometimes you just have to say, okay, I lost. But what did I gain? What did I gain? I've gained so much. I've gone back to school and I'm starting school again. And I'm going to make it. I will. It's going to be hard. But I'm going to do it. I am. But I hope that this finds you in a good place. Again, I don't know how long I should make this, but yeah, just the shit they don't fucking tell you. How to cope. You can't read a book on how to fucking cope. But you could watch somebody learn how to. That's always fun. The trials and tribulations. Is it tribulations? I don't even know the word. Trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations. Is it tribulations? Trials and yeah, I was right. Trials and tribulations. Come on, people. But anyway, I've been rambling on for 22 minutes, and I don't know how long this should be. And maybe there will be days where it's longer and days where it's shorter. I don't really know, but I hope that you watch this. And I don't know how this works. If you have questions, go ahead and ask me. But let me sit up straight for you again. Sorry. I have terrible posture. The weight of the world is on my shoulders right now. But watch me start a new chapter. I don't know what else I have to do at this point, but just turn the page. My new year is starting a little early. It's a new chapter to start a new story. And let's see where it goes.